Now we're going to move to the panel discussion part of this event tonight. And today we heard a lot about marketers just using the numbers of bloggers to measure their success. So to keep this short, are the biggest bloggers always the best bet, Marianne?
So, of course, reach is very attractive. So if I have the choice between a blogger with 2 million followers and a blogger with maybe 10,000 followers, I know, of course, what my best bet is. However, there's another magic world in the field that is called engagement. So if you have a blogger with 2 million followers, but she's only engaging 10% of that, maybe the blogger with the smaller reach, but the more engaged users, might be actually the better choice for your campaign. There's also a lot of things that you can actually research without blind staring just on the number. So on all social media channels, you can, of course, see how many of the users are actually engaged. So out of the 2 million followers, how many do actually like this Instagram post? How many of the followers actually interact on this Facebook page? Then there's, of course, many other things. So the reach of the blog. So where are the followers coming from? What are the demographics? Are you actually reaching your target audience with this amount of followers? And then the last thing, very small, keep in mind fake followers. Obama has them, so everybody has them.
Interesting. Okay. So when we're discussing the development of digital branding and the impact of online versus the impact of traditional media, we've heard a lot about that from Maria, but we've also heard about it from Jakob. So, you know, the traditional media as TV and print media is often, you could almost say disregarded, right? Some people even agree with the Microsoft CEO Baumer, who stated that the traditional media is a dead man walking, you know. So from someone who works for television, Lisa, what do you think about that? Is the future of traditional media, is it like a dark, grim one, or do you think it's almost like it's a myth? No, television will always exist.
I have to say that I have totally to disagree on claiming that traditional media is dead. Because, I mean, first of all, new media, social media is a movement that you can't stop. It's there, we all deal with it, we have to deal with it because we want information and we want to have it quickly. And besides radio stations, other medias don't have the capacity to be as quick as the internet is. But we all want news, we want them right away. In sports, for example, okay, this player is hurt, is he gonna play tonight or not? Or in fashion, whatever, it's all the same. We wanna have information now and as soon as possible. So therefore, new media is there, is going to increase and going to grow. But traditional media has a couple of advantages, like there's so many people there, journalists like us, we do some research. When we do a report about things, everybody can be sure that we did our job, we did our research, we try to deliver something that is a good report, that is no lie, whereas on the internet you have a huge field and you have to know where you're going to search for something that is true or what is fake. So it's your job to do it, to do the job that we are doing. And there are still many people who are not dealing with the internet or who don't have an account or something like this. So I think that traditional media is going to be there. We all want to watch TV, no matter if we want to do it on a second screen or something like this. We want to watch something, so it's going to be there for a while. But just one thing, last, it's our task is to find a way to integrate social media more, to take it serious, because whatever we write, we want it to be read by somebody. And this is our job to see how we can combine the features of both.
Yeah, I'd be interested in to hear what you guys have to say, because you guys were the ones that saying, well, you know, we think that traditional media is somewhat on the decline. Would you now Lisa saying, well, no, it will always be there. So what do you guys think?
I think it's going to be always there. It's going to be always there. But the thing is that we can combine the both type of ¿cómo se dice?
The best of both.
Communication, yeah. And I think we can live together because, for example, in Spain, sometimes people think that we are ones against the others. And for me, it's not that like that. For me, it's the job I do with my job is completely different from the press or from magazines or from TV. It's a kind of different job. It's my personal vision. It's not something objective. So I think we can live together and we can combine our, I don't know, just help each other to become stronger and, I don't know.
I think I completely agree with what you said because traditional media gives notorious to the brands, and digital branding is a different way to get to the client, to the potential clients. So you have to think about the objectives of the brand, because there's two ways to get them. If you want to only buy is quickly if you use digital brands, but digital branding. But if you want to make only branding with big brands like Loewe or Coke or wherever you want, always traditional media is going to be there because it gives you this notorious. So I think they are going to be together. And I think it's difficult when we talk about advertising because the companies has no inversion, not a lot of inversion in the last decades. So they are always working with a digital brand because it's cheaper. But the big companies is always working in this way, so I think it's going to work together.
Interesting. It's cheaper. So if we look into the future, what are the challenges going to be that are waiting for the blogger industry? Even in terms of like making money, even if you want to take it down that road, right? If you say like online marketing is cheaper right now, that's why bigger companies will kind of like rely on it. What would you do, or what do you think is necessary? Where are the challenges to actually get to the budgets, especially if you look at reach? There it is again, right? If you look at the reach that some online media has, right? So in short, what are the challenges for the blogger industry, if you want to put it that way, for the next years? What do you think, Jakob?
I think quality is the main issue there. You have to have really good quality to get the... I mean, companies spend like 30,000 euro for a one-pager in GQ. When they pay you 30,000 euro for your blog to be on there, it has to be a really good content, because GQ is like 15 people writing the magazine, and it's just me writing my blog, so I have to be like 15 guys writing it.
So what do you think are the challenges going to be? Knowing both sides, sort of, and also bringing them together.
I think the difference to traditional media is that we do have a wide field of many different blogs. Some of them have low reach, some of them have some mid-size reach, and there you have those blogs with that enormous reach. So in the next years, we will see that the big blogs become more important, and the other blogs will further exist, but they don't have that role. I think there will be some division between.
I have to make one little distinction here, because I think that it depends on what you're talking about. I totally agree on you if you're talking about fashion or things like this, but if it comes to news, for example, I think it's a different thing. And you have to regard the field that we're talking about, because yeah, fashion, totally agreed, music as well, but like news, politics and all of that things, I guess that traditional media will be there just because, for the sake of it.
They will be there, but they will be, I think there will be added some more blogs, some more channels that will provide additional information.
But that's what I'm saying, that's our task to see how we can work together, because yeah, that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but taking it back to the, I think because we have mainly fashion bloggers here, but taking it back to that really part, because I think we all agree that when it comes to hard news, you want hard news, right? But talking about fashion bloggers, what do you think are their biggest challenges for the future?
I think that the challenge lies actually in working with brands together. So there are more and more brands that demand more and more from bloggers and want to have a bigger say in what the blogger writes and how she writes it. So I think the challenge for the blogger is to still earn money, work with brands that she likes, but on the other hand also to stay independent, to also keep the trust that she gets from her reader and not to turn into an individual that is not seen by her readers anymore.
All right. So I will direct that question to you guys also, because I'd be interested to see where the challenges lie for someone that has already has a significant reach.
I'm totally agree with you, because it's really important for us to conserve the trust of our readers. I always say that I receive tons of proposals of collaboration of brands, agencies, and every time I read that kind of proposals, it's like, I don't want to do everything. It's like, I want to choose. I want to have the opportunity to choose. At the beginning, it was quite complicated because...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but how many of the offers that you get you actually turn down?
Today, all days, I have from...
In general?
50 proposals per day.
So is it like half or 25% of the stuff that you get asked to do you guys turn down, or is it more or less?
More.
More than half of the stuff you get asked? 75?
Yeah.
Wow.
More or less.
You turn down 75 of the offers that you guys get, or
because we work in a
inquiries
different way. We propose to the brands, we choose the brands, and we decided with which brand we are going to work. And I create this strategic action for these brands, and I show them and I said, this is the best way to get your objectives, and this is our platform and our channels, and I give you this to get your objectives. So we are now, with our strategic plan, we are now only working by the brands we choose.
so you approach brands yourself actively.
Yeah. I'm the first agency in Spain that do it.
Okay, congratulations on that, first of all.
I think it's a new way to open this new world.
From all of you guys, I mean, this is like an incredible insight that you guys can offer. If there's one thing that you could tell actually the audience, one good tip that you could give fashion bloggers, advice, or agencies, like, is there one thing that you can come up with, and maybe everybody has one idea, and then we could wrap it up?
Yeah, I mean, from my case, it's go naked.
Amazing, thank you. That always works. Actually, I'm almost tempted to say, well, we kind of need proof, but let's skip that. It's too early. Okay. Lisa.
Well, I'd always
From one journalist to another journalist, maybe.
just whatever you like, whatever you have passion for, go for it.
That's kind of difficult, Marianne. You have one advice?
I actually already told it. So my advice is to go out there, but do it good. So do it good or don't do it at all.
Go hard or go home. Or go naked or go home, whatever you want to go for. All right. Hast du noch was, Daniel?
Yeah, to all the companies and agencies that are here today, don't think you can buy the bloggers' independence. Respect their opinion and work with them and work good with them.
Good. You have one more, you guys.
It's quite complicated. I don't like to give advice, but just believe in your dreams and try to be more and more professional every day and try to become better.
Like he said, we are not journalists, we are bloggers, and we are independent.
Thank you. That was great advice. Thank you for all the incredible insight. I hope you can all take something away from that. Well, I want to thank everybody that was here on the panel. Thank you for being here with us at the first Stylight Fashion Blogger Conference. Thank you.